First of all, cancer, they talk about cancer, one cell going wild, that's an accident. There's no such thing as accidents in nature. You can actually check cancer measuring the pH of the blood. When the pH of the blood is too alkaline and there's not enough oxygen, a mold will grow. Cancer is a mold. Breast cancer will go to 20 spots in the bones first and has never, ever gone to the intestines. There's no randomness. The reason breast cancer goes to the bones and what the Americans did to women and skyrocketed breast cancer is they gave women these hormonal therapy, went for menopause, and they gave them calcium for osteoporosis. Breast cancer loves calcium. It's its favorite food source. They skyrocketed breast cancer when they gave the women the calcium and the hormonal therapy. So cancer is a mold. Understand that. It's a mold. It spreads like a mold. If I have a cream cheese with a mold on it, I cut that piece of mold off. The next day there are 12 spots on the cream cheese. The whole cream cheese is rotting. So it's not that one spot that you got to cut out a big area. You got to look at the whole body.
Everybody, what's up? This is the one and only Bervin Jackson coming to you from the beautiful ATL, Atlanta, GA. Toxic black mold, survivor of cancer, hernia mesh survivor, diabetic, type 2 diabetic survivor, renal failure, liver failure, diabetic neuropathy that went through the worst illness that anybody could ever go through for 15 years and survived. I was exposed to over 3,000 mold species. Over 3,000. And I went through total hell. A type of hell that I wish on anyone. But I went through it. I survived. But not only did I survive, as of yesterday, I have totally killed the biggest parasite in the world that stayed with me, that stayed active in my body from 2010 up until now, up until yesterday, or pretty much 2 days ago. This parasite, this mold parasite, is the biggest parasite in the world. And folks, just look at the picture of this man holding this mushroom. You see that mushroom? That's how big some of these fungi organisms can grow. Now just imagine having this mushroom like this right here that this man is holding it in his hand. Just imagine having that growing inside your body. But folks, this is exactly what's happening. You have cancer. You have a mold, as the Dr. Berg said when he first came on this video. You have a mold that's growing in your body. See, when I went to go see a fungal expert back in 2012 by the name of Doug Kaufman, yes, I met Mr. Doug Kaufman personally when I was very brand new building my therapy. I went to go see him because he had recommended me to go see a doctor out there in Texas that was supposed to be real good with mold cases. But Doug Kaufman took a look at my blood test results that I put up in my last video. And he said to me then, He said, Bervin, I believe that you have a giant mold pathogen inside of your body. That was his exact words to me. And since I was brand new to my therapy, I didn't really understand what he was trying to tell me. And I was like, I have a giant mold in my body. But over the years, I began to clearly understand what he was telling me. This big mold pathogen that lived in my body from 2010 up until 2 days ago, this was a very strong, ferocious, big parasite. And this one was not going to go down with cayenne pepper. It was not going to go down with turpentine. It was not going to go down with oil of oregano. No, it was not. Because I used everything. I used everything that I could get my hands on that was supposed to kill fungi. I used the black walnut hull, combination of black walnut hull, pumpkin seeds. People, I use everything that I can get my hands on in the past 15 years to kill this mold pathogen that was living inside my right leg for 15 years. This was indeed cancer. It was indeed cancer, 100%. And none of those things, they worked. See, but I can tell you through prayer and more trial and error, I know what it takes to take down a big mold pathogen like you see in this picture. If you have been exposed to toxic black mold, you might as well put it in your head today that you have this mold cancer pathogen in your body. And it's going to grow off of what is called hype. It's going to feed off your carbohydrates. See, it's going to feed off your carbs, your bread, your salad. It's going to feed off your solid food. See, a pathogen don't say, well, today he's eating meat, so I'm not going to eat that. That's not what a pathogen does. Okay, a pathogen says, okay, whatever you decide to eat, I'm going to eat that too. Okay, so if you're eating a carnivore diet and you have cancer and you feel weak, okay, because you don't have no carbs, understand this right here. Well, the pathogen is also going to eat the meat and feel the same way. It's not going to stop eating because you decided to come off your carbs. That's not what a pathogen does. Okay. Today, the shaking, the trembling, this thing was so strong, it felt like it was trying to detach my leg from my body. That's how strong it was. Okay. And this mold, it claimed the lives of my two aunties, my brother, my two brothers, and my dad. But I and my two aunties, okay, we had this thing really bad. We had it really bad. So, folks, in closing, if you know you have cancer, I don't care what type of cancer you want to call it. I don't care where the cancer is located. And if you have been exposed to mold and you know this, okay, you have to come to the terms today that you have a cancer pathogen in your body. Turpentine, oil of oregano, cayenne pepper, colloidal silver. People, I tried all of this stuff and it was still coming. Black walnut hull, pumpkin seeds, You name it. In 15 years, I tried it all to save my life. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Jackson Therapy International, as I keep telling you, it is the best therapy, the best protocols, the best hands-on experience in the world. Because it was built by somebody that actually went through something for a very long time to understand what he is talking about. See, I'm not here to give you an educated hypothesis. I'm here to give you real facts, real answers, real protocols, and a real therapy that's going to eradicate, okay, not suppress, that's going to eradicate. I don't care what condition you have. I don't care what name you want to call your condition. I don't care what medical name you want to call your condition. At the end of the day, they're all parasites, and that is my only focus. So if you're ready to start the therapy, if you're ready to get on the protocols, if you're ready to book a flight to come see me in Atlanta, however you want to do it, folks, we are going to make it happen. This is Bervin Jackson, and today I can say with confidence that I am free. I am free of this cancer mold pathogen that ruled in my body, in my right leg, for 15 years. Today, that is over. That is over. And now I am removing the dead remains of this ferocious beast. This beast right here, I'm going to tell you guys something like I told you yesterday, the day before. This beast, this is Mother Nature. Mother Nature has to get in you, and she's either going to get you on the pathway of Mother Nature and how the body operates, or it's going to take you down to the underground. See, that goes for anybody, pastor, celebrity, the wealthy, the unwealthy. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. Once Mother Nature get in you, once this mold get inside of you, it is going to do two things. Let me say it again. It's going to either get you right and get you on the pathway, a proper format of doing things how nature intended, or it's going to take you down to the underground. It doesn't care if you're Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, okay, it don't care. Michael Jackson, Eric Benet, it don't matter who you are. Okay? This is Bervin A. If you are ready to come over here and get some real sound doctrine education from the Most High true people, from the Most High true doctors who have been through stuff, to come out and tell you what they're talking about and know what they're talking about. We're not here to give you a medical hypothesis of nonsense. We're here to give you sound doctrine information. This is Bervin A. And today, I feel great. I have finally conquered my last victory. And it took me 15 years. You would never hear me say, oh, I did stuff for 30 days and I've been free and all. No. This took me 15 years to understand, number one, how the body works, how the good bacteria works, and what my good bacteria needed to kill the biggest parasite in the world, the one that is claiming the lives, of cancer patients. This is the one, folks. This is the one. Look at how big that mushroom is in that man's hand. Okay, now just imagine that right there, that mushroom growing inside of you. If you got cancer, if you've been exposed to mold, this is exactly what you have that's going to grow inside of you. Bervin A, signing off. Love y'all.